Ha, ha! Muletrain! Ha, ha! Muletrain!
It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, February the 20th, 2015, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
John H. Puckett, 72, of Muleshoe, died early Thursday morning in Lubbock following an illness of many years. Funeral services for John H. will be Monday morning at 11 at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe, with the pastor, Dr. Stacy Connor, officiating. Burial will be in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe. You can send online condolences to the Puckett family at www.elliesfuneralhomes.com. John H. was born November the 14th, 1942, to John H., known as Blondie, and Myrtle Stevenson Puckett in Amherst. However, he had lived all of his life here in Muleshoe. In fact, he was reared at their home on U.S. Highway 84, known affectionately as Blondie Puckett's Corner, where his father had a country grocery store and trading post. John H. continued to live there in that same location until he moved to the Harmon Elliott Senior Citizens Housing Complex. He attended school here in Muleshoe and owned and operated Puckett Trucking Company, enjoyed volunteering every year at the Bailey County Junior Livestock Show. He was preceded in death by his parents, Blondie and Myrtle Puckett of Muleshoe. Survivors are his daughter, Connie Taylor, and her husband, Brian of Muleshoe, his son, Johnny Puckett of Amarillo, and 4 sisters, Mary Janice Brantley and Joyce Scott, both of Muleshoe, Catherine, known as Chat Mobley of Phoenix, Arizona, Wilma Nicewarner of Amarillo, 2 brothers, D.W. of Muleshoe and Eddie of Sweetwater, 2 grandchildren, Brittany Chesser and her husband Nick, and Miles James, formerly of Muleshoe, and 1 great-grandchild, Jet Chesser. Please remember all of the family of John H. Puckett in your prayers. The Puckett family asks that memorials be sent to the Bailey County EMS at 715 West 7th Street here in Muleshoe, and that would be West 2nd Street here in Muleshoe, and that's 79347. The Puckett family will be served lunch after the services on Monday at noon in the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall to about 40 family members. If you can bring your food early to the church, that will help the ladies who serve the family. And repeating, John H. Puckett was 72 years of age when he died early Thursday morning in Lubbock following an illness of many years. Funeral services will be Monday morning at 11 in the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor, pastor, officiating, and burial in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Muleshoe. Muleshoe schools will dismiss early Friday afternoon at 2:30, so everyone who wants to attend the basketball games can get to Dimmitt for the boys' game with Littlefield at 4 o'clock. If we win, the seeding tournament is over. If we lose, we will have to play the loser of the Thursday game for 4th place in our district. And of course, the Lady Mules play the Brownfield Lady Cubs at 6:30 on Friday evening in Littlefield. And we are the visitors at that game in Littlefield. And the admission is $4 for adults and $2 for students. And this is for area championship. We will be making a video film of highlights of the Muleshoe Brownfield game, and it will be shown over the weekend and into the first of next week, courtesy of these Muleshoe Mule merchants: Lee Al's Tortilla Factory, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, the Muleshoe State Bank, 5-Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Muleshoe Independent School District, K&K Pharmacy, Muleshoe Animal Clinic, and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Vic Coker Land Company, Precure Electric, Shipman Body Shop, and Autoplex, Barrett Potato Farms, and H&R Block. Only because of these Lady Mule merchants that we can film the highlights of the Lady Mules game with the Lady Cubs of Brownfield. And go Mules go. It is Beat Brownfield Day here on Channel 6. Now, in other girls' area basketball games, in 3A from our district, Dimmitt, who won third in the district, will play Roosevelt at 6:30 Friday at Roosevelt at Acuff. And then Littlefield, and they're second in our district, plays Idalou 7:30 Friday at the Rip Griffin Center at LCU in Lubbock. And Shallowater is first in the girls' district, and they play Slayton at 6 o'clock Friday at LCU Rip Griffin Center, also in Lubbock. Then in 2A, Wellington plays Farwell, Sudan plays Haskell, 6:30 Friday at Post. And in 1A, Spring Lake Earth plays Follett, and Monday plays Whitharrell at 7 Friday at Guthrie. Those are just some of the girls' games I think you would be interested in. Now, from Thursday night, Littlefield boys beat Freona, and that was 56-39. So that is why the Mules are playing on Friday afternoon, Littlefield, the winner of that game. Now, in our boys' district, first is Shallowater and second is Dimmitt. And then there is a seeding tournament for third and fourth places from District 2, 3A in the boys' division. The Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe is going to serve Lenten fish fries every Friday night during Lent, starting this Friday, February the 20th through March the 27th. And that will be at the Catholic Center here in Muleshoe from 4:30 to 7 on Friday nights. Adult plates are $8, children 10 and under, $5 a plate. And if you want deliveries brought to your home or your place of business, call between 4:30 and 7 on Friday nights, 806-272-4167. The Lenten fish fries will include, of course, fish with either baked potato or fries, beans, coleslaw, hush puppies, and desserts. And that's every Friday night during Lent at the Catholic Center here in Muleshoe, and that's immediately west of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in Muleshoe at 805 Hickory. They're serving 4:30 until 7. For free delivery, call 272-4167. We'll be back with more Muletrain news on this Beat Brownfield weekend in just one moment.
And this edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you by Leal's Mexican Food Restaurant, along with the First Bank, where they have the new School Spirit MasterCard debit cards available now at the First Bank at 202 South First Street, or call 806-272-4515 to the First Bank here in Muleshoe and find out about the School Spirit MasterCard debit card. Show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swap your card, available for the Muleshoe Mules along with the Dimmitt Bobcats and the Bovina Mustangs. The School Spirit MasterCard debit card available only at First Bank here in Muleshoe, 202 South First Street, 806-272-4515, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Chips are delicious. Have you been wasting time looking for a good meal? Well, go to Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard and try the Irma's Special. If you are under 12, try the grilled cheese. You know Leal's in Muleshoe is the original Leal's Mexican restaurant. I highly recommend it. 5 generations of our family have eaten at Leal's. What did you say, Isla? Chips are delicious.
Now, if we lose the boys' Muleshoe game on Friday, we will play the loser of the Thursday game. And that game will be played in Dimmitt again, just like all the other games have been played for the seeding. And that will be at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon there. 8-year NFL veteran Manny Ramirez of the Denver Broncos, whose home is in Earth, will give a motivational speech to the Muleshoe High School student body on Friday, February the 27th at 11 o'clock at the Carrie Moore Auditorium of Muleshoe High School. Manny Ramirez will also be here in the Muleshoe schools that afternoon to talk with the English as a second language students of Muleshoe ISD. The winner of the 2015 Bailey County Spelling Bee is Colton Morris, an 8th grader. Colton, and he is the son of Cody and Kelly Morrison. The runner-up, Natalie Diaz. She is also an 8th grader at Watson Junior High, and her parents are Beto and Kit Diaz. And the judge at the spelling bee was Muleshoe City Secretary Lee Ann Gallman. The welcome was given by the Watson Junior High Assistant Principal Aaron Boatman. There were 21 candidates who were in the Bailey County Spelling Bee this year from Mary D. Shazo Elementary School and Watson Junior High, and Colton Morrison will now advance to the regional spelling bee as the Bailey County representative. And of course, you can see on our front page of MuleshoeTV.com that spelling bee in its entirety, and also it is rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as our Facebook /Gil Lamb and our Twitter as well. You can also see a picture on Channel 6 and our website of Allegra Mora. She is the Muleshoe High School art student of Sandy Chitwood, and Her artwork has been chosen to be exhibited in our Texas State Capitol in Austin during the month of March in observance of Youth Art Month. And Allegra Mora will be attending a reception in her honor at the State Capitol on March the 22nd. Isn't that grand? On February the 20th, 1905, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a 7-2 compulsory vaccination law intended to protect the public's health. Gee whiz, and now we're going backwards, aren't we? Now, there is going to be a Lady Mules softball game here in Muleshoe, and we will play post on Saturday. Also, the Mules baseball team, varsity, will be at Denver City playing at noon on Saturday, and the freshman baseball team will play the Hereford freshmen at 12 noon also. Aaliyah Marie Alvarez is going to come to Muleshoe this weekend to visit her family. She is the newborn baby of Angel Alvarez and Brissa Anaya, and she was born January the 19th in Barger, weighing 5 pounds and 14 ounces, and was 19 inches long. She lives in Barger with her mother. And her grandparents are Ruben and Lucy Garcia, and George and Gigi Alvarez. And her maternal grandparents are Hector and Claudia Adame. Little Miss Aaliyah Marie Alvarez is the great-great-granddaughter of Mrs. Lupe Anguiano of Muleshoe, and also the niece of Ace Alvarez and Daisy Garcia of Muleshoe. So welcome to Muleshoe, little Miss Aaliyah Marie Alvarez, and welcome to our world to Job Hurtado, the newborn baby son of Mr. and Miss Nick Hurtado of Muleshoe. He was born Wednesday in Plainview, and his grandparents are Sergio and Tracy Leal, and his great-grandmother is Mrs. Irma Leal, all of Muleshoe. His mother is the farmer Alyssa Leal, and he has an older brother, Nick Hurtado. Welcome to a good world, Job Hurtado. The Muleshoe High School graduating class of 2015 is going to be honored with project graduation after graduation on May the 29th. Parents of the MHS graduates need your help to make project graduation safe, fun, and memorable. It is a completely alcohol and drug-free graduation party. They're asking you to send your contributions now to Project Graduation in care of the Muleshoe State Bank, Box 1010, Muleshoe 79347. Now, make your check payable to Project Graduation 2015. It will help greatly if you can send your contribution by April the 10th, and they will acknowledge by mail all of the contributions. This is sponsored and has been for many, many years by the parents of the graduates, and it will provide the transportation, the location, the food, the prices for the graduates at Project Graduation. There is no way to tell how many lives have been saved because of Project Graduation. It was started many, many years ago by Mrs. Barbara Finney and her friends here in Muleshoe when her children graduated from MHS. The parents thank you for your support of their graduates and Project Graduation in advance. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
K&K Pharmacy here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard, where they have the new K-Pack custom packaging available now for their customers free of charge. Free medication packaging, dose by dose. If you would like your medications better organized and group in individual dosage package, they'll be happy to help you. Just call them at K&K Pharmacy, 806-272-7511. It's a free service, and it's a way to give back to you to make your packaging more organized and grouped into individual dosage packages. Also, come check out their new photo kiosk. You can print phones from an application on your phone or just from your Facebook page in just a few seconds, and it will print out there on their new photo kiosk at K&K Pharmacy here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard. Check them out online, knkpharmacy.com. Make sure to check out their Facebook page, facebook.com/KK Pharmacy as well. Join Ellis Funeral Homes next week on Wednesday, February the 25th at 6:30 in the evening at Calvary Baptist Church for coffee and desserts. Get answers and information about planning a simple and affordable celebration of life in advance. The elements of healing and meaningful ceremony, protecting your family from unnecessary pain, anxiety, and stress, avoiding mistakes families sometimes make during times of grief, how to save hundreds or even thousands by planning ahead. That's coffee and dessert with Ellis Funeral Home, Wednesday, February the 25th at 6:30 in the evening at Calvary Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, 1733 West Avenue C. For more information, you can call Ellis Funeral Homes, 806-272-4574.
Thursday's official high in Muleshoe was 74. The low was 24. And on Friday morning at 8 o'clock, it was 33 degrees. And now 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, backers of the Mules and Lady Mules, brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Faster internet speeds at the same price through 5 area. If you've noticed that your internet is faster than before, there's a reason. As 5 area has recently increased speeds without increasing the price. If you're at 384K, you now have 768K. 1 meg is now 2 meg, and 3 meg is now 4 meg. If you're in town on the fiber network, there are higher upload speeds available to you now as well. Call 5 area for more information, 806-272-5533. Some restrictions apply due to location. That's faster internet speeds at the same price through 5 area telephone. Mostly sunny on Friday today with a high around 78 degrees, so a beautiful day here in the Muleshoe area. On Friday, enjoy it because it'll change coming up this weekend. Today, we'll have west winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour, then partly cloudy tonight with a low around 36. Later, there will be a cold front that moves through the Muleshoe area late Friday evening, early Saturday morning. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a cooler high around 57 degrees. North winds around 10 miles per hour becoming southeast Saturday afternoon. Then a 10% chance of snow late Saturday night. Mostly cloudy with a low around 28 degrees. Sunday, a 30% chance of snow. Cloudy with a high near 33 degrees. East winds around 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, a 40% chance of snow. Cloudy with a low around 15 degrees. East winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then Monday, a 20% chance of snow. Mostly cloudy, high only around 33 degrees again. East-northeast wind around 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy Monday night, low around 21. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, bouncing back a little bit with a high around 51 degrees. Southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, low around 28. 5 area telephone. West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition The weather forecast, again, a beautiful Friday here on tap for Muleshoe, mostly sunny, high near 78 degrees. West winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour. Then tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 36. We'll get cooler on Saturday with a high only around 57. Then much cooler Sunday and Monday with chances of snow for the Muleshoe area. 5-area telephone, West Plains Telecom presents to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Larry Thornton, the editor of the Muleshoe Journal, was transferred Thursday evening from Covenant Heart Center in Lubbock to Baylor Hospital in Dallas for surgery. Please remember Larry Thornton, his wife Diane, and all of his family in your prayers. That's Larry Thornton in Baylor Hospital in Dallas to undergo major surgery. Sonny Lee, brother-in-law of Sharon Grant of Muleshoe, is in ICU at Covenant Medical Center in Lubbock. Please remember these families in your prayers. Dorabelle Angeli, 97, longtime farmer resident of Earth, whose funeral was Thursday afternoon in the First Baptist Church of Earth. Also, she was the grandmother of Belle Angeli Kelly of Muleshoe. Joe Rimpey, 83, of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, the mother of Keith Rimpey of Muleshoe. Her graveside services will be at a later date in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Steve Benton, 74, of Muleshoe, whose funeral was at the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ, February the 12th, and Kirby Brantley, 77, of Muleshoe, whose funeral was February the 12th at First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe. Phyllis Angeli, formerly of Muleshoe, had surgery Wednesday in Lubbock. She is a resident of the Grand Court in Lubbock. Breanne Williams of Lubbock, daughter of Miss Don Locker of Muleshoe, got a good report from her MRI done Wednesday. Please, a prayer of thanksgiving for that good report on Breanne Locker Williams. Edie Niblett, one of our Lady Mules coaches, needs to continue to be on our prayer list as well. Don't forget, the Muleshoe Rotary Club is providing, once again this year, their flag service. And if you would like to have a flag put out in front of your place of business on 8 different national holidays, contact David Tips at 806-315-0206 or Mark Martin at 806-272-7519. It's only $25 for an entire year, or tell any Rotarian or the president, Josh Hofford, that you wish to participate in this community project of the Muleshoe Rotarians. It helps support their club's many community projects. Also, you can put in honor or in memory of someone an American flag on the Bailey County Courthouse Square on those 8 holidays as well. On our Twitter, be sure and check out the stories about the closing in Clovis of the Joe's Boot Shop that formerly was here in Muleshoe. Also about, that's from the Clovis News Journal, and from the Avalanche Journal in Lubbock, about John Dennis Clayton Anthony, 23 years of age, who is being returned to Bailey County's 287th District Court for a new trial, and also for the sad story about, from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, of Gabriel Armendariz, who is on trial for the murder of his 2 little sons, Luke, 8 months old, and 2-year-old Gatlin. Their mother lived at that time of the murder in Sudan and worked in Sudan for as a waitress at Chuck Wagon restaurant there on U.S. Highway 84. Lauren Smith. Well, it's about time for us to go now on the Muletrain News. So get up there, Little Red. Come on, Corina, Hiya, Arbutus, Andale, Monkey Paw, Julia Gray, Isla, and Olay.
Muletrain, clippity-clopping over hill and plain. Seems as how they never stop. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clippity, clippity-clippity, clippity-clopping along. There's a plug of tobacco for a rancher in Corona, a guitar for a cowboy way out in Arizona, a dress of calico for a pretty Navajo.
And this edition of the Muletrain News has been brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican restaurant. You can find the Muletrain rotating here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com on our website. Find the last 10 Muletrain news programs archived under our Muletrain News link in the top center of our website. Click on that Muletrain News link and you can find the last 10 programs. The Parkview Nursing Care Center here in Muleshoe needs to hire an activities assistant. Contact today Janice Morrison, the activity director, by calling 806-272-7578. The job is part-time, mainly working on the weekends and on special occasions. That's an activities assistant needed at the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Contact Janice Morrison by calling 806-272-7578. The Parkview Nursing Care Center is located overlooking our new city park at 1100 West Avenue J.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, a crematory for pets. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're celebrating 75 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle all hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas program with Tumbleweed Smith.
Do you have any children?
I have 4 girls. There's Nifty, Dandy, Scooter, and Thumper. My dogs are George, Helen, and Ralph.
Gary Gosney of Temple is an actor and playwright who makes his living as a veterinarian.
I love everything that I do in veterinary medicine. And then I opened a crematory for the dogs and cats that don't make it. And it's going to be a really nice way to honor them in their passing. It does cremations just like they do in people. The people get their ashes back of their pet and they're put into a nice container, a urn or whatever they choose to have, and that way their pet has a final resting place with them. They can have them buried with them if they want to when they go on. People find a wonderful attachment to their animals, and I think that's one of the things that I enjoy about veterinary medicine the most is that when people become attached to their animals and they're kind, loving, caring people, they're also that to their families and to their children.
A lot of us customers who have pets consider cremation a respectful way to say goodbye.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I would say about half of the ones that either die or have to be put to sleep for whatever reason prefer cremation. They may not be in a home where they could bury the animal there. They don't want to leave their animal if they have them in a cemetery someplace, so they can take them with them, and they have them just like they do Grandpa on the shelf.
The crematory is behind his clinic.
It's something that we've been offering through another service for a long time, but now we're going to offer it right directly at the hospital.
He is offering the service to other veterinarians.
And we're going to try to do it in a really respectful way where they're sure to get 100% of the ashes back in a beautiful container of their choice. They can know that it's there. We'll make a donation in their behalf to Texas A&M for education of students that can't afford that education. It will have a Rainbow Bridge poem in it probably, and some other things that would be meaningful to the death of their animal.
Dr. Gary Gosney of Temple. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.
Frying Cox Do It Best right here in Muleshoe. 401 South 1st Street is now handling plants, and they'll be getting more as the spring goes on, but their first shipment has arrived now in onion sets, vegetables, and herbs, including onion chives, lemon thyme, strawberries, mustard greens, kale, broccoli, oregano, mint, mustard greens, sweet red onions, Georgia sweet onions, and more. Available now at Frying Cox Incorporated, 401 South 1st Street. Do It Best right here in Muleshoe. You can call them 806-272-4511. Their first shipment of plants has arrived now at Frying Cox here in Muleshoe. Now in onion sets, vegetable, herbs, and many more. Available now at Frying Cox Incorporated, where they say go mules and go Lady Mules. Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, member SIPC. He's located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. You can speak with Stephen or Branch Office Administrator Dana Rempe. The market report was recorded this Friday, February the 20th, 2015 at 11 a.m. U.S. stocks are little changed in early trading as investors continue to assess the ongoing discussions between Greece and its creditors. In domestic news, manufacturing in the U.S. expanded at a faster pace in February, according to the Market Economics Preliminary Index. In earnings news, Deere & Company reported earnings well above consensus expectations, driven by slightly better revenues and strong margins. U.S. bonds are trading higher. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is healthcare, while the worst performing sector is utilities. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 3.89 to 17,981.88. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index is down 3.44 to 2,094.01. The NASDAQ Composite Index is up 3.92 at 4,928.62. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate, with 229.11 million shares traded. Decliners are outnumbering advancers by roughly 5-4 margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $1.04 to $1,205.73. The spot price of silver is down 1 cent to $16.37, and crude oil prices are down 20 cents to $50.96. In the bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.69%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 2.07%. Some stocks of area interest: Deere & Company is up 0.29 to 92. Monsanto Company is down 0.89 to 124.57. Walmart Stores Incorporated is down up 0.19 to 83.71. Verizon Communications Incorporated is down 0.31 to 48.60. Baxter International Incorporated is down 0.72 to 66.70. Halliburton Company is down 0.57 to 43.67, and Alcoa Incorporated is down 0.20 to 15.80. The market report has been brought to you today by Stephen DeMint, financial advisor with Edward Jones, member SIPC, located right here in Muleshoe at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. You can find more market information on his website at www.edwardjones.com.